So just for quick questions, let's say for simple things, are you familiar with frame data much at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like the frame data, the startup, like the on-shield stuff like that.
I kind of know it. Like I memorized it in the past, but then it's kind of like I gotta remind myself sometimes.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like I keep forgetting, but I kind of know what's his fastest move and his slowest move.
Right. Just reset my controller real quick, and then we're good to go. So usually within the first 2 to 3 games, that's when we just like kind of play to feel each other out, get an idea of how everything's going, and then after that, we get into the bulk of things. I start talking about stuff. But if you have any questions before or during it, feel free to just ask whenever.
Okay. Should I choose in a stage, or is it like, do you choose? How does it work?
I just have it set to random and like the random legal stages. Is that cool with you?
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was asked. Once again, thank you for your time.
Yeah, it's no worries. No worries at all. Okay, good to go.
Three, two, one, go! I'll end you! How about this? How about this? How about
Ooh,
Yep, the good old Wi-Fi tech chases, man.
that was an accident. Yeah.
Yep, it's always the buffer DI typically, so it's like easiest to always
Yeah.
go for the roll-ins just because buffer DI,
Yeah.
Wi-Fi DI, all of that shenanigans put together just puts for a very miserable tech scenario.
Yeah. I usually always do neutral get up in that situation. I guess I just input everything too quickly.
Yeah, don't. It's just the Wi-Fi, so thankfully,
Yeah.
it's the one thing we can do about cheating, like against other characters, because Chrom doesn't really cheat too much on Wi-Fi compared to others.
Yeah.
Three, two, one, go! How about this? How How about this? How about this? I'll end you. Out of my way! Out of my way! I'll end you!
So stressful.
Yeah, Chrom advantage state, man. As soon as he hits you once, like if you follow correctly, it's terrifying. It's like, please get off me.
It feels like your reaction is godlike.
Yeah, I've been playing for so long, dude. It's like I need it now.
Ready? Three, two, one, go!
with the wave bounce back air thing.
Yep, the good stuff. Speaking of which, it doesn't really seem you go for that much at all. Is there any reason why?
I've tried to do it, but I seem to always misinput it.
So what controller do you use?
Now I'm using Pro Controller. I've been using Joy-Con last year.
Right,
It's not
okay, Pro Controller. Then one second, let me grab this one video. The manual input is hard, but I use a different kind of input that makes it a lot easier to do.
right.
So let me go grab that real quick.
For me, like I feel like the input to the wave bounce side B, like it doesn't come to me as if like jab back air. It's more of like if I'm mentally prepared for doing that 10 seconds in advance,
Right.
then input it correctly, which is not really healthy to think about stuff.
Yeah, I get that completely. So that used to be a thing for me as well before until I started using this macro, which made it a lot easier for me.
Okay,
So my consistency with it is insanely like just easy. It's super easy for me to go for nowadays. Like my success rate is at least like 90% every time, which is pretty good success rate. I'm gonna still mess it up from time to time, but it's not the easiest input still. But I recommend watching this video after the lesson just to kind of practice this method.
Okay.
Um,
I'll watch it after the review, like doing this session with you, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So for gameplay wise, I just want to find out a few things about you now. So once we get into this game, I want to ask a few questions before we start playing.
Okay.
So at 0%, big thing right here. What is your go-to combos?
Up air, back air, up air, forward air. To have you overcommit first by like kind of like doing this fading, fade out.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, I could probably get a combo off nair 1, 2, and forward air. Sometimes I combo up air, back air to like up B if I'm like good. Sometimes when opponents DI-ing, I do this, jab, and then depending on how they DI, I try to do a forward smash, which isn't really that successful, or a back air out of jab at low percent, which also isn't that successful.
Well, so for jabs at low percent, the big thing is it doesn't really true combo into anything besides sometimes down tilt.
Right.
So even if you think you should jab, realistically, the best bet is either to nair or to up B after you're getting after your back airs. Because jab doesn't come until like 60%. Sometimes down tilt if we're lucky, most of the time not. So like my go-to combo really is just like the up air back air. Ooh, where'd this light come in?
Just random.
Yeah, it's weird. It came in while we're talking about stuff right now.
Okay.
Oh wow. Well anyways, actually I kinda want to show the combo now, but this is lagging. Come on, man.
Yeah, this is weird. We were like fine.
Yeah, we were just perfect.
Nintendo probably.
Let's just restart the game. Let's just restart the game. Maybe that'll fix it up. Sometimes a good old restart is needed. And I noticed you don't use up B at a shield much.
Right. I actually usually use it a lot. I feel like because I'm facing you and you're like, I know you're much better, I'm not confident enough to go for that because I know it's super punishable if I whiff it. Usually I abuse it a lot, but like I feel like just because I'm playing you, I get super nervous and like I refuse to do anything.
Yeah, but doing so makes it so you just back air to shield a lot more now, rather than like making me guess between up B or back air, which up B is technically faster. And at the same time, I've done moves that are unsafe on your shield that are true punishes with up B, as long as you understand the data. So I need to ask again, like, do you actually understand the data, like for on shield data and stuff?
I guess not anymore.
Okay, well then that's something we'll just go over then real quickly after a game or two then. But first I want to keep this on the topic of the combos.
Okay.
Let's just hope the lag is not there anymore. Yeah, we're good now. Okay, so optimal combos with the front hit of up air. Usually you just do fair up B or fair nair, anything really you want with front of up air. But for the back hit of up air, the best bet really is, let me just hit you. Let's see. This is pretty much the best combo you can go for at 0%, because everything else, like if you go for jab, it won't really, like after back air, won't lead to anything true. Up B, you know, you got 46 from a single straight hit of up air, and you have a lot of time to react to the up air hitting. Because you can just buffer this without doing the back air. You just see if you hit it or not. Because it has to be a delayed back air into the up B. And it does a lot. Now, the thing that's incredible about this is, let's say you're at 6 or 7% when I hit the first up air. Instead of the up B, I can do up air, back air, nair. Which, when you do a nair, it leads to a lot of other combos like nair. Like right now, if I nair right now, I get the back air, which is an incredible true combo to go for. You can also go for fair, which is a little bit easier. So of course there's that, and then there's like the other simple things at 0% where you do like just landing fair into dash attack, landing fair into side B, you know, the simple stuff that we have to go for more often. But the reason I'm pointing this out is because you're not really hitting me with a lot of true combos. You're just getting straight hits a lot of the time, which, you know, is fine. Chrom neutral is great at doing so, but the way to keep pushing them further into like the consistent top or high tier is by making sure you hit those combos, because every single time you see me hit you, realistically I'm hitting you with some combo at least, like whether it's up air strings or up air frame traps, or at least like jab bears and whatnot. But usually when you hit me, it's just straight hits, like following straight hits and more and more and more. Does that make sense?
Yep.
There's also the nair combo strings that I wanted to show you too, because when you hit nairs, like fair is easy, but your best combo string usually off of nair is just more nairs into an up B. This is like universally true on every character until like you either have like 100 rage or your opponent is like past 10%. So those are the ones I recommend.
A lot of times when I try to go for nair and nair, by the second nair, my opponent somehow gets behind me.
Yeah, so that issue is because usually when you do a nair and you hold forward the whole time, they get behind you.
Yeah.
So what you have to do, it's very easy to practice it in training mode. Just go against like a Chrom again and just keep doing nair nair and then hold back during your nairs. So like once you do a rising approaching nair, start holding back and then they won't go behind you. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, it's thankfully it's an annoying issue, but it becomes a simple issue once you learn how to use it like that.
Okay.
Because like nair is just incredible for that. It like you can just hold back and you'll make sure it's consistent, and it has an insane amount of hit stun, so you can combo really well off of it.
Yeah. And it combos after the nair, it comes to Florio up B, right?
After nair, it combos into up B. If you do a single nair into a forward air up B, it can combo, but if they DI away that combo, they'll fall out of the up B, which realistically will leave you in a disadvantaged spot. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Second, so look at this real quick. Alright, so for combos, those are the big ones pretty much. The other combos are just gonna revolve around up air, up B, you know, doing all of those things here and there. But I would recommend fishing for those combos, because then you have access to like your nair combos, which your nair leads to, again, back air, fair. You can even do like side B stuff. Which is very important, but that's something you'll practice over when you watch the video after this lesson. So let's reset this game now and just get a game going, and then we'll talk about the up B stuff and the shield data.
Okay. Is your back air out shield is punishable by up B, right?
Yes, back air, even nair on shield is punishable by up B. A lot of things are punishable by up B.
Okay.
Because they're rising. If they're falling, it's different, but they're rising.
Okay.
Three, two, one, go!
destroying that one.
Mhm. Well, I'm sure you noticed like the first two stocks especially were just combos that were just pretty much like
Yeah,
putting you in advantage
that was
state after and
fire.
that. That's the things
Yeah,
that's why Chrom is like incredible. That's the reason why we do those kind of combos and prioritize them. That's like he has ridiculous
right.
combos, but they're pretty hard to pull off and they're not really well acknowledged is the thing.
I
Like
feel like this game I was trying too hard to do the combos that I'm just losing neutral.
that's fine, dude, because if you're trying to learn combos, the best way to learn them is to fish for them really. Like that's how you kind of learn how to do them
Yeah,
properly.
yeah, that's kind of like I feel like that's why I'm probably struggling with Chrom sometimes. Is that I don't really fish with them. I want to like I kind of want things to happen naturally, and that doesn't usually happen, especially online.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you're trying to learn, fishing is great. But if you're trying to win, you get to let everything naturally flow.
Yeah.
Also, can you share screens? I'm sharing the thingy, the frame data thing that I wanted to talk about. Let me know if you
Yeah.
see it.
So you want me to share? Let me just hope I don't lag.
Yeah, can you see my screen at all?
I can see your screen. Do you
Oh,
want me to share my screen?
no, no, it's fine. I just need to share mine.
Okay.
Okay, so of course we already know up B, this bad boy right here, frame 10, right?
Okay.
That's the important thing. Now we're gonna figure out what works on what. So if Chrom jabs your shield, can you up B him?
It's -10 still, so yes.
Yeah. So and then with F tilt, can you up B him?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the data you use to kind of to help build confidence in yourself, knowing when to use it and when not to use it. Like even
Right.
if his down tilt is safe from up B because it's -5, you have 5 frames too. You're 5 frames too slow to punish it every time. You still potentially could up B because he might just press another down tilt and it'll beat that down tilt, or he can jump, or he can just do something else. The only way he's gonna be safe from this scenario is if he rolls or spot dodges or shields.
Okay.
Um, Now for the aerials, like these are obviously all upbeatable. The aerials, they're in a similar spot to down tilt where like you have to guess a little bit more, right? Um, but the thing is, if it's rising, up B works every single time pretty much. Because rising bear out of shield, you can up B that every time pretty much. Rising nair out of shield, you can up B that like every time because it's not that good out of shield, or it's not that good safety wise when they're out of shield and rising aerials, which is why up B is so good. And I'm doing a lot of rising arrows against you. And if it's a
Right.
falling one, realistically, you should not pull the trigger immediately and consider not only just not back airing, but also grabbing or turn around grabbing and like that. Because when you show me that you have back air and up B at a shield, you showing me that I should realistically shield so I don't get hit by that huge punish, right? So that means I'm
Uh-huh.
shielding, which gives you access to turn around grab. Like you just drop shield, turn around and grab me, stuff like that. You have to make sure you keep thinking about that in mind because it's very easy to kind of just bait back airs out of your shield.
Right.
So make sure to use that data, like the confidence and knowing the knowledge behind it. Like you can't punish these for true with up B, but you can if they're rising aerials very easily, and you can punish most of these on the ground too. Besides just down tilt because it's down tilt's incredible.
Okay.
So just keep these in mind because it just helps build confidence and knowing when to use it. Because you seem not confident using a B, and it doesn't matter the player you're playing against. You should be confident in using it because you know the data
Right.
behind it.
Yeah.
Okay. Swap something.
That's really good advice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just never confident in my reaction either, because sometimes I react to a lot of things that like, the false positive things.
Yeah, I get that, which is fine. It's supposed to, it's more so habit based to react. So like, let's say if Chrom jabs your shield,
Right.
he's realistically gonna jab you twice, so you can react to the second one to get like a little help there.
Okay.
It's anticipation, then reacting to the anticipation.
Awesome.
How about this? Game.
You pretty much completely downloaded it like me. Like
Chrom.
now it's like
Cut
punching
back.
everything.
Well, I wouldn't say I really downloaded it. It's just my advantage state and my it's like I kind of understand how you work in disadvantage, where you usually will air dodge at some point or you'll swing. But if I keep hitting up airs that are near you that aren't necessarily going to hit you, I'm in a better spot than you are, because if you get hit by it, cool. If it misses, I'm safe, so I can frame trap you a lot easier.
Yeah.
The difference really right here is just my advantage state, my combo game is just really pushing
How do
the...
you recommend me get out of your up air string?
Sorry, what was that?
How do you recommend me get out of disadvantage, especially your up air string?
So jumping out of it's good. Using side B to get away from him is really important, which is why I'm trying to like make sure you get good at that. That one's very important to do. Like when you're falling from so far away, they have to guess between you shifting your momentum completely to another side of the stage and like not having a lot of lag with it.
Yeah, this input is... I've always struggled with this input.
Yeah, you'll be doing a different input with when you watch the video. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm using default controls, by the way.
That's fine. Yeah, so the video will help you a lot, I would say, because it just helps introduce like an easier concept of doing it. But aside from that, like getting away from that is usually just guessing correctly, making sure knowing when to swing, air dodging properly. Air dodging to platforms is nice, as well as just sometimes just jumping and then fast fall air dodging. Fast fall air dodge is like incredible. It's insane.
I feel one thing that's actually caught me off guard is that because I fought a lot of Chroms, I've never seen Chroms use grab the way that you do. That puts me in combo and disadvantage. Do you explain a bit about like Chrom's grab and like, even though, because people say Chrom's grab isn't that good, but like the way that you're using it makes it seem like it's a great like way to put yourself at advantage.
Yeah, so the way I use Chrom jab is like, okay, so after the point where it doesn't combo into up air, I still go for the up air, because if it doesn't hit you, that means you air dodged it, and I'm going to delay the up air so it frame traps you. So if you air dodge in the ground, I can follow it, because up air really doesn't have a lot of landing lag at all, so it's very easy. Like I can just do up airs like this, and then like read the angle and go for that. Like because the up air, it won't hit if you air dodge, because it's not true anymore. So I do a fast fall. I don't do a rising up air. I do a fast fall landing. Like I jump and then land with it, and then I just follow where else you move. Because if you double jump, now you're under Chrom with no jump. Like that's scary. And then if you air dodge, I can frame trap it. And if you don't press anything or swing, up air will beat you, because it's just huge. Those are like the big key things I'm just focused on the whole time, and I'm sure once you watch this VOD yourself, you'll notice, just like stare at how I play in the advantage states, and you just kind of look at it and try to mimic it yourself, and it'll make sense. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, we can get into this game then.
Thank you.
Out of my way. I'll end you.
I...
Remember, jab only combos it down to a low percent, so don't do jab bear until 50 to 60.
How about this? about this? Out of my way!
That's the problem with the Nair Fair or Nair Fair
Yeah.
LB. It's very hard to combo it. Like if I hold out, it's just not gonna work.
Ooh! I didn't know that was.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta make sure you're at the wheel right there.
Training paid off.
So a big habit too. Usually when you get a hit, you don't know what true combos all the time, so you go for fair at it like immediately. Rising fair, which rising fair doesn't really true combo into much at all. With short hop, full hop it does, but short hop it doesn't. So make sure you don't rising fair as much as you are. You got to make sure to do like a rising nair, or sometimes just you know the hit you get doesn't combo into anything, and just play it by that instead rather than forcing the fair.
Rising first to be like a panic option.
Yeah, I
Like,
can
you-
tell.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah. It happens when you use default.
Yeah.
Change it up.
I'll end you! I'll end you! I'll end you!
So a big thing I'm kind of noticing as well, alongside the panic fairs, is you kind of don't grab at all. That's a pretty important thing about Chrom.
Okay.
Like the grabs themselves, you're making me shield with your back airs, your panic fairs, and your up Bs, but you're not capitalizing on it, which you need to do, because you know you're making me shield now. Like you notice how I make you shield and I just drop shield and walk up and grab you.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work every single time, but you have to keep going for it. You have to.
Okay.
Ready? Three, two, one, go!
Oh!
How about this? Out of my way.
You timed that so well.
Yeah, I've played it a million
I
times.
tried so many.
Anything can change.
Also, that what's that like? Side B near forward smash. That combo, that's crazy. Like,
Yep.
now that I see it
Side B
myself,
Nair 1 F smash is really crazy. It just comes out of nowhere.
I've only pulled it off like once, and that was at like towards like a Ganon,
Hmm.
like my whole life.
Ready?
Is it? It's not true, right?
No, the side B isn't, but it's kind of hard to react to that, which is the thing.
Right.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh!
I hate that, yeah.
Oh! Yeah, you read that.
Yeah. Only can cover it up for so long until you just stop going in. So
Right.
far, do you have any questions yourself?
Sorry.
It's all good.
But yeah, I was saying like everyone keeps on telling me rowing is so bad that like I just refuse to do it, and I guess that's a bad habit when you refuse to do one thing.
Uh-huh. It's tough to deal with. It really is tough to deal with. Like, there's not much to say. It's just Wi-Fi builds bad habits sometimes. Wi-Fi buffers bad stuff sometimes for you. What else could there really be said about it? Not too much, really, honestly. But do you have any other questions specifically right now?
No.
Okay.
Three, two, one, go! How about this? How about this?
Oh. Okay.
How about this? My way. Out of my way. Game. Wrong. Win. Anything can change.
So the biggest habit I think you need to take from this lesson to kind of beat away is the rising aerial habit. That one's very, very hard to make like a good habit in general, because with this character, like, our rising aerials aren't that safe. If you want to do that, you have to I don't even know what character would be good just spamming rising aerials, but Chrom is definitely not the character for that. That is for sure. It's very, very risky.
Mhm.
Ready? Three, two, one, go! My way. How about this? How about
No way.
I'll end you?
Ah!
I hate that misinput. I felt that so bad. I did it all the time.
Wrong. I will cut a path.
And like, Chrom doesn't really have the best like horizontals. Like, and I hate it when it just drifts away too.
Yeah, I feel that completely. A lot of the times I get like when the scenario with tech and you tech it and it's like great, but you somehow get the wall jump tech and you're like, what the hell? And you don't have an air dodge left and you just drift away and die.
Yeah.
It's a really hard scenario to deal with and react to. Thankfully, if you tech it, you should just immediately up B anyways because it has the super armor immediately. It's just your best bet.
Okay.
But I mean, I think you did honestly, but you just got side B.
I just try. Yeah, I hate that missing push so much.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go! How about this?
Yeah, that was really good disadvantage right there.
Yeah,
That's why
I had to think so hard for that.
yeah.
That's
How about this?
I find it really hard to ledge trump with Chrom. He's just too fast.
I have some tips I can give you there
Okay.
after this game.
I'm so dead.
Oh,
Gee.
yeah. Sometimes it just works. So in the next game, we're gonna give you tips on the ledge jumping, but I also want to mention a few things about offstage play.
Okay.
Three, two, one, go!
Alright, so for ledge jumping, I do a method that is very consistent with me. Like, the input I get is if I mess it up, like I'm gonna mess it up on purpose, I buffer a jump during the ledge jump. See right there?
Huh?
So, like, if I ever mess it up, I don't die. Like, I don't go off stage and do it. So, the thing I do is I do the input. After that, I do the input, I jump. Because if the jump gets inputted properly, it won't like, buffer during your ledge jump. So, the jump will just, nothing will happen with it. But if you mess up the ledge jump and you run off stage, it'll do the thing where, like, right there. It'll do that, so you don't put yourself in a bad spot.
Okay. So do I just jump the moment I do the input?
You just jump during the end of your ledge jump input to make sure you don't, like, see right there how I'm doing it. And I messed up once, so I made sure I don't have to up B. See how you had the up B there because you messed it up?
Yeah.
So making sure you do the jump after all the inputs is important, so you don't have to force yourself to do that. See, it's easier to do in training mode to get a better idea to do it with. But I really recommend practicing that because it's incredible to, like, get you confident in going for your ledge jumps.
Okay.
Now the other thing I want to mention is going off stage. Like, going off stage with fairing is good and all, but you have to make sure you don't like this is probably your best fair you want to do. You don't want to waste you don't want to force yourself to up B back because that's when you're most vulnerable, when you're up Bing. So you want to make sure if you do go off stage, you make it so, like, you can at least jump back, or you can at least, like, if you go deep, you can air dodge back rather than up Bing. So I need you to get comfortable with air dodging back after you go off stage and stuff like that. So the thing is, I practice side B moving a lot so I can do, like, angles that are unique. Like, see how I'm just going off stage, like, super deep. And then I can go very far without having to up B. Because I comfortably know my air dodge. The most important thing is going back to stage without air dodging. Or without up Bing.
What makes you decide whether to choose between edge guarding with fair or back air?
If the back air will kill, and the fair won't kill, like, even if the fair won't kill and won't even gimp them, then I need to go for back air. Whereas if the back air will kill, or if the fair will kill with gimping, then I'll go for fair because it frame traps really good. Whereas bear, you know, you can't really frame trap too well with it. So usually I'll opt whichever one will kill in that scenario, depending on if it'll gimp them, if it'll kill them outright, or if I could potentially frame trap them and then gimp them after. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so with all that said, definitely review that part because that's pretty important.
Yep.
But with all that said, we can get into this game. 47%. Off of what?
Off one combo.
Yeah. See right there, like you want to make sure you don't up B.
The factor from ledge.
Mm.
That seems broken.
Out of my way! How about this? Out of my way!
Yeah, I'm very good at punishing up B myself, so once I put you in that position, it's terrifying.
Wrong! Cut a pass! Ready?
How long have you played Chrom, by the way?
Ever since the game came out, he's been my king ever since.
Go! I'll end you! How about this? How about this? How about this? How about this?
What?
Oh my god, off the top
I've never,
platform?
I've never seen that before.
Oh my god, that's incredible. That's like the place where people stand to gimp him, and he just killed you for that. That's incredible. Holy shit. Oh, that was a good one to end it on, I guess. That's about it for the hour. Do you have any last questions?
First of all, thank you so much. It's an honor playing with you.
Mhm.
One question I do have with you is counters, because sometimes I'm putting in a position where I just cannot air dodge to ledge
Mhm.
at the angle I'm set at, and I know there's a sweet spot, but like against either Mario's water or counters like Joker's, I feel like they just reach under the ledge, so it's impossible to recover under those situations. Like
Yeah,
I've
so
seen some
for water,
dramatic
it's
water.
harder. It's harder.
So do you know any ways to deal with those type of
The
situations?
best way to do it personally, I would say,
Uh-huh.
um, you have to make sure you just mix up your angles. Like sweet spotting the ledge with up B is important. Going from far away is important. Going from high up is important. All those different angles. A lot of people predict the early up B, which is why it's so easy to just early just do it. But realistically, waiting and making sure it's sweet spots is also very important. A lot of Chroms do not do that, even though they know like sweet spots get around counters. They don't do it for many other things besides just counters. So experiment with that more often, I would say. Because
Okay,
sometimes
so
you can sweet spot and the water will miss, and you'll be like, huh? Okay. It's like, great.
okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thank
Again,
you
if you
so
have any
much for
last
your time.
questions, feel free to just hit me up on DMs, all right?
Yeah, thank you so much for your
No
time.
problem. And I'll send the VOD for you too in like about 30 minutes, okay?
Appreciate it.
No
Thank you.
problem. I'll catch you later. See ya.
Have a good day.